guys, what's up? So I haven't done one of these videos in a while, so I apologize for that, and my camera looks a little funky this time around. I don't know if maybe it's something I changed or something I did, but either way. Um, so I basically want to talk to you guys about the recovery series and what I'm going to do with it now. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is, instead of doing 3 videos a week on it, I'm going to drop that down to a video a week, just because of the fact that I don't want to have to pump out 3 videos that basically have me talking about the same things that I've done over and over and over again. So I kind of want to do like I guess I could do one at the beginning of the week, and then I could do one at the end of the week. The one at the beginning of the week would explain, what I'm doing throughout the week, and then um, the one that would come at the end of the week is more or less something that is like my progression. Speaking of how I've progressed and how things are going and how much better things are for me in the long term. So with that, what I'm going to do is, since it's not Friday, but it is Thursday, I'm going to do a video based off of what I've been doing this entire week so far. So a lot has changed since the last time I did a recovery series video. More or less what has been going on is they have me doing electrotherapy still. They still have me doing stretching, the normal stretching exercises that I do for my calves and my hamstring. Um, and then on top of that, they have me doing the band still. Now, some changes have been made to the point where it's a little bit harder to do some of the stuff. I went from using a band. It's like it's called a thermoband, or a TheraBand, however you want to say it. I call it a thermoband because that's what's on it, but it's also considered to be called a TheraBand. But basically, with that, what it does is they hold it in this direction, that direction, and that direction. So basically, I go to the opposite direction based upon how they are holding it. And so I started out with a red band, and then I went to a green, to a blue, and now I'm up to, I think it's a silver band, which is one step below the basic, like, final step, I guess. The final step, from what I understand, is black. I don't know how difficult that is. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm pretty sure they'll probably advance me pretty soon, but who knows. Um, and then the BAPS board, I was doing that all wrong the entire time, and I didn't know it because I wasn't actually shown what I was supposed to be doing with it. It was just automatically assumed that I knew what I was doing with it. Instead of, well, it's a big board, okay? It's a circular board, and it has like a tilting ball on the bottom of it that can be switched for both sides. So you can do your left and you can do your right. So I went from starting out with a small one to a medium to a large. I'm now in a large one. I'm not at the extra large point. I don't know if they're going to have me do the extra large point, but who knows. But I'm doing the large one, and it's pretty intense, but like the distance that I have to push my foot forward and push it backwards, and then left to right, and then in a circular motion. Right. I got it, Lily. Go ahead. But it's kind of crazy, to be honest. You wouldn't think that it would make that big of a difference, but when you're working on your range of motion and everything, it really makes a hell of a difference. So that's something new that I started doing just this week because I had no clue that I was supposed to be doing it in the first place. And then there was a bunch of other stuff too, like I'm doing a lot more standing exercises. I'm pulling a weight on this little tiny board that they put on the ground, and then they put the weight on a towel, and I have to kind of leave my feet like this and kind of stretch them out to the sides. So I got to do this side and I got to do this side, and then I got to pull that weight as well. So that's kind of intense. I can feel that, especially with scar tissue buildup in my incisions. So I'm trying to break that up too. So if you got any ideas on how to do that easily, please tell me. But moving on, the standing exercises are toe and heel raises, or heel toe raises, mini squats. Technically, it's just a squat anyway. So lunges, and then I end up doing, what's the other thing? Single leg stances to help with balance and whatnot. So they have me up to doing 30 reps on heel toe raises, which can get very intense. Um, and then they have me doing 30 lunges on each side, so total of 60, but 30 sets, or not 30 sets. If it was 30 sets, oh my god. 10 set or 2 sets of 30 split between both legs and feet. So we got that too. And then 30 squats and also the single leg stances, which is 30 seconds on one leg, 30 seconds on the other, which can be pretty intense. Originally, when I started doing the single leg stances, they had me doing 30 seconds without anything underneath my feet, so just my shoe. Now they have me standing on memory foam to kind of balance myself out, and it's working for the most part. I have drastically improved in um, the balance department, so that's a plus. Um, but moving on to the biggest two things they have me doing now. Uh, I think it was last week. It was either last week or the week before that. I inflamed my Achilles tendon. Um, we kind of pushed myself a little too hard, and I inflamed my Achilles tendon, and I couldn't do a lot. Like it sucked and it hurt, and it took me I think 3 days to fully work it out of my system, and then I was experiencing like bad stiffness for an entire week. But we ended up remedying all those mistakes, and basically how we did that is they take me over to I think it's a leg press or it's something like that, but I'm laying down, I have my legs straight out, I mean completely straight, and then I kind of move my feet down this metal panel, and then I gotta lift with the front of my feet, so like a heel toe raise, and then let my heels drop. Do that. So I do 10 sets of, or 3 sets of 10 of those, and basically that's how that works. It's a pain in the ass, but in the long run, it's actually worth it. Um, so I end up having to do that, and it's pretty strenuous. It wears me out. And then right after that, to finish out therapy, they have me doing the treadmill for 3 minutes at speed, I think it's 3. And it's so hard for me to keep up with it because not only am I so used to being down and not having the physical energy to be able to just like walk. I get burnt out after 3 minutes. I'm huffing and puffing. But that also comes from the fact that I've been a smoker for 10 years too. But I quit smoking as soon as this injury happened. Um, it kind of, the best way I can put it is it kind of changed my life a little bit. It definitely changed a lot for me. It made me have a different viewpoint on everything and life in general. It's just one of those things where you something like this happens and you don't um, really expect anything to change you that much, but something like this definitely did. So that's that. But on the bright side, um, they did say that I have made drastic improvements with my range of motion, drastic improvements with my balance, and just the rate of progression that I'm going at physical therapy is really good. They said I'm not out of the woods yet, but I still got a ways to go, but they're still working me pretty hard, so that's the bonus and that's the plus side. But I do have some kind of news. It's unfortunate news, but basically, I ended up losing my job. So that kind of sucks. I was on leave for too long, and my doctor didn't clear me to go back to work, so I'm not going to go against his orders, and I'm not going to, be all sneaky and go back to work and start doing this and start doing that and then hurt myself probably. It's just, I can't do that. I can't risk that for my family. I can't risk that for my daughter. I can't risk that for my friend who lives with us. It's a risk that I cannot take. Um, so there was that heightened emotion there where I felt super bad. And I've kind of been beating myself up over it, but at the same time, I know that this isn't just my fault. Um, it was a big mistake in even going over to that said friend's house and helping him. Even though, things turned out the way that they did, it never should have happened. But it did, and I can't change any of that now. But, I think I just covered the progression part too. That's my bad. But at least I know I don't have to make another video about it for another week. So, but if you guys like the video, you feel this stuff is informative to you, hit that subscribe button, hit the like the video, and also hit the bell so you get notified as to when I upload more content. I do take a lot of clips from my streams, which you can find in the description below as well. All of my social media, everything. I do a lot of chit chats, I join Discord servers, I talk amongst people about my issue, I talk with people about games, all that stuff. But if that's something you're into and you want to contact me personally and talk to me about my situation, how I got into it, everything like that, you can either do that or you can go back, watch from the very beginning about the recovery series and go from there. But if you feel like contacting me, do that. That's perfectly fine too. But everybody, I hope you have a wonderful day. Take it easy, and I'll catch you next time.